Have you ever poured into someone so much that it left you empty? Hi everyone, I'm Aisha Hussain and welcome to my channel Aisha Across Borders. The title of this series is Waiting Time, a reflective series where I explore the intersection between our inner worlds and the system we live in. Waiting time is my space to slow down and reflect on love, leadership, faith, and quiet moments that shape who we become. Because if we are not emotionally whole, we cannot be productive and we are not seen. And that way, we can't truly serve. Sometimes you can love someone so much that your love begins to feel like punishment. A lot of women, especially those who consider themselves traditional women, by that I mean people who see themselves as having values that are very, very close to what our culture and our tradition demands, and also the religion, I mean our religions, but not because they are not modern, but because they are just traditional. Like those cultures, those values, they value those values and they want to be identified as people who are very, very traditional and cultural. Sometimes this group of people always see it as their responsibility to kind of support their man to the very last, and even family members. But sometimes these people we pour into always see it as though, by we, I'm just talking generally, as though you have nothing more to use your resources for or your effort for, and they are just there to take and they don't have anything to give back. And whenever they see that they fail, instead of like trying to appreciate your effort in them, they'll rather be angry at the fact that you are winning and you are ahead of them. And some of them even resort to even using verbal languages that are very, very insulting and might even tear you down. Now, these are people you've poured into and have nothing to offer. Sometimes you have to draw the line. And drawing the line means choosing yourself first. You need to choose yourself first by trying to draw a boundary between you and such person, regardless of who they are. But sometimes some people have ways of manipulating us, especially when they see that we are people who give relentlessly. But if you continue to give without having a boundary, then you find yourself as at ends with sometimes, because you find yourself going crazy. And these same people, for them to make you feel like you do not deserve to like receive while they take, would be the first set of people to like announce to the world that you are emotionally unbalanced or unstable. So for us to avoid stories that touch, as women, as even sometimes the tables turn around, men could be the one giving so much and you don't just like, there's no one to just give back to you. So once you find yourself in such situation, try to draw the line by trying to know when to stop. When you stop, they'll backlash you, they'll try to run you down. Do not respond, because you'll find yourself like at the same level with such people. When you draw the line, stick to your rule that you are drawing the line, because they need to know the line between you helping, you being an altruistic person, you being an empathic person, to someone who is willing to be productive from what you are investing. But once you're not receiving that, then it means they are not people you should be pouring into. Please, let's learn to pour on people that won't bleed on us. If you're pouring in someone and that person is bleeding on you, vomiting on you, then withdraw your help so they'll know the difference. If they change, then sit down, set rules of engagement going forward. And when you set rules of engagement and of what kind of results you expect to see, if it's something they are willing to do, then continue to pour. And by pouring, what do I mean? It could be mentorship, it could be financial support, It could even be emotional support. Some people only listen, and act as if they're really listening to you. But the truth is, they won't make use of it, and you keep on going around in circles, while you are making use of the counsel you are giving them, and you are progressing, landing contracts, having business connections, and your network is expansive. These other people feel threatened, and the next thing they'll do is to want to run you down emotionally. So if we are in a space with people who are not willing to pour into us, or people who don't have the same energy as we do, or people who are not willing to kind of, like, have a kind of symbiotic relationship with us, but instead will lash out at us for winning, then you really need to draw the line. And by drawing that line, it can just take different forms. I'll leave that for you to decide. For marriages, sometimes it can just be like just having some time off. I'm not saying you should go and be divorcing your spouses because they are not pouring back to you, but you know the kind of relationship you have with the people around you, and you should be able to define the kind of line you will draw between those people. And see you in my next episode. My hope is that every reflection you hear here helps you to see your own story a little more clearly, because growth isn't just about career or success, it's also about healing, boundaries, and emotional intelligence. Stay connected.